Hello, men. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to another story for Disloyal and Ungrateful. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit different. This is a story I found on surviving infidelity. It was titled Nighttime Tips. It's a short one, but it's a gentleman who needed some advice. And let's get started. Caught my wife sexting with some guy. We have two small children and are going to be separating in March, after we do some repairs to our home and put it on the market. Days are hard, nights are impossible. Can't sleep and am in constant mental pain. Physical pain as well. My stomach is in knots and can't seem to make it go away. Any tips on how to survive the nights? I have been using NyQuil a lot, but can't do that forever. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I don't want to leave every night because I love my kids and want to be there for them. Yeah, I can understand that. That's, you're a father. You're trying to take care of your family. I need time with them. It's all that makes it bearable for me. I'm just at the end of my rope. Man, that's kind of messed up to find out that your wife is sexting some other guy in your house. It's one thing for us to hear stories about, I think my wife is cheating, or I I caught her away from the house, and I heard a conversation, but it's like you're there and she's sitting there not even caring, just like, oh yeah, I want to do this and this and this. She's leaving a paper trail. She doesn't care. She's just, she just threw your marriage to the wind to just have this thrill. And that's really messed up. It's really fucked up. It's the audacity, and you got kids, so it's not even like she's worried about like her kids. Like, she could put her phone down, walk away, the kids could pick it up and read this. And, nope, it's no big deal. It's like, oh, I'm in my own little world, just getting my kicks off. It's really messed up. I hate hearing about stuff like this because it's just the lack of respect in the household is just so sad. But let's look at some of these responses to this question, and then I'll give my 2 cents on this whole deal. Okay, in the comments, we have the first one, and it says, start exercising. The exhaustion it will cause your body might help you fall asleep. That's a very good point. We always try to stress for men to get on their purpose and work out, and it's a two-edged sword. Your body gets in better shape, you can relieve stress, and you should be able to fall asleep better. The next statement is, this is life. Gotta move on, unfortunately. You'll be happy again, but it's different. I see my kids all the time, but still feel like I'm losing out with them. Laws aren't fair for men, but not much you're gonna do about it. Not much they're gonna do about it. Good luck. Keep your head up. If she did that to you, she wasn't really worth it. You'll find someone that appreciates you. Very good point. The laws aren't for us men, and you got to be smart about this. You need to make sure you get all your ducks in a line before you make moves, because a lot of times we see these women can go out, mess around, get caught red-handed, but because the guy overreacted too soon or didn't get any documentation, the court still sided with the woman. Let me see, what else we got? I'm so sorry, same boat. She won't go either, and things are definitely so much worse once the sun goes down. Yeah, being stuck in the same house with that person is going to be hard to do. You can look at maybe trying to move into the guest room if you got one. Either convert a basement or an attic into, your new sleeping quarters and stay there. That way at least you don't have to see her 24/7. I couldn't deal like you could. Like you couldn't sleep. I asked my doctor for something, and he prescribed an anxiety medication. You don't need to tell the doctor the details. At least mine didn't press. Family crisis was enough for him. Sleep is important. Pain is always there, but now I can sleep. That's another good point. You can get a prescription from a doctor. You can say you're having anxiety, you're stressed out, uh, family crisis, and especially now with COVID, doctors know that like there's a lot more stress going on family members because everybody's in the house, people can't leave. But one thing I would say is don't get dependent on medications because medication should be a short term solution to your problem. You need to, try and like work out or something. Let me see. Let's. My family and a few close friends know I am concerned about appearances really. Plus, I have screenshots. So, this is his response. Let me start this back over. He responded and said, "My family and few close friends know I'm not concerned about appearances really. Plus, I have screenshots so she can tell whatever lies she want. I have proof. Thank you for the advice, though. I appreciate it very much. Everyone here is really helpful, and I'm very glad to have found you all." Oh man, well, good for you, man. Like it's good to hear that he actually got some hard evidence. You know, the whole thing in this is the more evidence you can get, the better off you are. Let me see if I can find. Okay, and I found one more statement. Okay, this is a comment, and he actually responded to this, so I'm going to read the comment. If someone cheats on you, have proof. I will use that to my advantage to get separation, to get myself into a better state of mind. I know it's not smart to leave the house during the separation. Exactly. But I would at least try to get the WS out by threatening to expose them, whoever they value, parent, boss, friends, etc. Seems like concealing behavior is important to adulterers. Use that to your benefit. And his response is, I thought about that. My only hesitation is we have two small children, and as angry and hurt as I am, I can't bring myself to throwing their mother in their eyes, at least not yet. When they are older, they will know, but I can't do it to them now. I I leave a lot, but then I miss my kids and realize I shouldn't punish myself for anything. So I go back. It's hard balancing my hate for her and my love for them. Both emotions are always fighting inside me. Okay. Here's my 2 cents. First off, a big props to you for having to have the state of mind to think, hey, let me get pictures of this just in case. You don't want to embarrass your kids. You don't want to scar your kids, and that's totally understandable. But there's nothing wrong with playing a little bit of psychological warfare. You can say, hey, look, I got this screenshotted. I will show this to your parents. I'll show this to my parents. I'll show this to all of your friends. And I'll take this to your job. And if you really piss me off, I'll show the kids. Even though you're not, she doesn't know that. You got to be, hard as steel right now. You got to be diamond sharp, razor's edge on how you handle yourself. The other thing is this. You really need to start finding out what your options are. Talk to a private investigator right now. See what he can do. See what if you're paying for the phone plan that she uses, then you can get access to the text transcripts and find out how long this has been going on. Or, you can have him on your behalf tell you what you need to do with the phone companies to find out if they can give you transcripts of phone calls, transcripts of texts. Usually you can. It just depends on who's your cell phone provider and what phone plan you're in. Number 2, you said you're going to put the house up for sale and everything else. That's great, but you need to start taking care of yourself immediately. I would suggest start working out. That's going to help get you tired. That's going to help you sleep. 2, if you're in the house, if she's in the house, you may want to tell her, hey, you need to go. Look, unless you want me releasing these transcripts of these screenshots of what you said to this guy, to your job, to your parents, and to all your friends, You need to go out. You need to get out. You need to go get into a hotel or whatever else. Use your leverage. And if the kids want to know, just say, hey, mom's got to go see grandma. Mom's, needs to go on a trip. You know, paint the picture for the kids that they can understand. Number two is you really should look at getting into some type of martial arts. And you need a martial art that has a lot of sparring in it, like jiu-jitsu, judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, boxing. That way you can physically take out the stress that you're going through at home. You're saying you're not sleeping and you got stomach pains and stuff like that. That's a sign of stress. And yes, you can vent your stress out with physical labor and confrontational sports. And your body gets so much out of it to where you will be able to sleep better if you work out and take a martial arts course. The other thing I would say is, you just stand your ground. Let her know where she stands. Let her know she needs to get out. Use those screenshots to your advantage. Try and talk to your cell phone provider if you're paying for the phone plan, and get all the transcripts that you can say, hey, look, I need all the texts from the last 2 months, coming from her phone. They may charge you, but that's what you got to do. Talk to a lawyer. Find out your options for your estate. Start getting this stuff documented, because right now you're in the point of, okay, this is probably going to go down. You're looking at selling your house. Then you need, since you're being a more responsible parent and you're there for your kids, you need to start stacking your deck to where if you got to go to court, the courts are going to take your side, because they're going to see you as the father who's trying to hold the family together, the father who's trying to take care of his kids, the father who's in it for the marriage. I will suggest either confiding into somebody that you really trust, like a good friend, someone that that won't, bring any of this information to your family or to her family. Because sometimes we got boys who care so much about us that, like, they'll take actions into their own hands and be like, go off on the wife, or go tell her family how much of a hoe bag she is. And right now you don't need that. You just need someone who can listen, empathize with you, and let you cry on their shoulder if you need it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Is holding into pain when you feel like you have nowhere else to go, that can really mess up a person's psychological well-being. All I can say is, keep your head up. This too will pass. You're not going to be miserable all your life, but dude, right now, you got to be the rock for your kids. You got to be the foundation for yourself, because, if you lose it, who's going to look after the kids? And another thing, you may need to take a couple of days away from work. Take some me time, during the day. If you got to pick the kids up at 5 p.m., tell your boss you had a personal emergency at the house. You need a couple of days. Don't tell the wife that you taking time off from work, and then you take that whole day and go to a museum, do some fishing, go see some friends out of state or whatever else. Just make sure you're back to pick up the kids, and just if she thinks, just like, let everybody think that it's business as usual. You're going to work and you're doing your job, but don't feel that you're painted into the corner and you have no options. You have options. Well, guys, what do you think? Do you think that he should kick her out? Do you think that he should work it out? Do you think that he should confide into other people? This is a tricky situation he's in, because, like I said, he has the evidence. He just doesn't want to bring drama into the household to the kids. Leave your comments down at the bottom of what you think he should do and how you feel about the situation. Don't forget to like, comment, and to subscribe. I'm Jada Hardway, and this is Ungrateful and Disloyal. You guys have a great night. Peace.